Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Soul Land Reloaded up today. So, as I mentioned about last week, sometimes it was about a week and a half ago. I was talking about possibly them having an actual event for the new Blue Silver Empress Ah Yin, which is the new SS that they just came out with, who is by and far the best healer support character in the game. And it looks like that they are, in fact, going to have her on the 24th, so which will be tomorrow. That event will be going online. So we should be able to hopefully get most of the shards tomorrow, and then, of course, in a few months, we might be able to get the rest. Or if they're generous, they might allow us to actually get everything, all 100 and I think was 130, I believe it is, for an SS character. So I'm going to go ahead and be able to create her. That would be, the big thing. So we'll have to wait and see. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. So I will be holding off. I'm not going to actually get Oscar at this point, because I'm going to go ahead. Even if I do get Oscar, I'll just be putting all those mats into I'm not going to be able to do anything with him at this point. So I might as well just hold off and go for one of the others, which I was possibly looking about, maybe going for a tank or something in TN. So we'll have to wait and see. But let me go and talk about the count right now. So I'm at 48 million BP. That's up, continuing to climb steadily, and a lot of that is due to SS stuff that we're getting. The big thing right now that we haven't talked about is the SS Extended Soul Bones. This event, it's been going on for a couple of days. They gave us a chance to get some Soul Bones. This is really one of the hardest things to get in the game. There's really not any, you have to, because purchasing S requires you to get the actual Soul Bone passes. If you look in the Soul Bone shop here, we'll go ahead and jump over to the shop. It just makes it exceedingly difficult to actually get them, because you need to have these tokens right here to actually purchase them. As you can see, I've been saving them up some. I've already completed 2 S Soulbone sets. Okay, but the event that they're having is for SS Soulbones. That's so I don't see any way of possibly getting your hands on those easily, unless they do something about that. But we'll have to see. Hopefully they'll put but as you can see, none of the shops hold any SS materials other than experience, which you can get in the the monthly events and things like that. So I don't see that happening. But I'm in the process of building another set. All right, I've already got the 2 sets that they've got equipped. I've got one on God of War. I've got the this is the Azure Bull set, which is sort of like a defense hit points, and I think they're really what they are. And I've got an A+ on Deo, and I've got the other S set on Past Life Tank set. So those are the 2 sets that I have right now. The next set will be going on to, of course, Chen here, and then I'll move this A+ set to the 4th character in my team, which will, if everything goes as planned, be Blue Silver Empress Ah Yin in the healing. That should make my team considerably stronger in terms of that. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, so we're steadily climbing out. Another thing, I've opened up the actual Immortal Herb option, which it comes active at 70, and I just hit 70 today. So I'm still trying to work my way through it, understanding exactly what's going on here. I bet I guess you can make a set, which will of course just give you buffs. You need an Orchid, Autumn Dew, and then Aromatic Beauty. If that's just physical skills, wonder why that's highlighted. I've got them all at 5. It's about where I want to be. I think it's just something must have reset. So the easiest way to actually make head or tails of this is to just go to the Immortal Herb section. It is in the so that if you're having trouble seeing it, maybe just scroll over. That might be your problem. So they've got Immortal Herbs, and it gives you the you can click on you know, what you've got right here, and it'll tell you what makes a set. Okay, so look here because the first 10 to 15 minutes I was, I had a bunch of 8 petal orchards and a bunch of aromatic beauties, but I didn't have any autumn dew, which is interesting because I do the dice roll every day in in the firewall. So I don't know why I didn't have, but I did have. But I had a couple consumable chests which I used to purchase an aromatic beauty, and that allowed me to create a set. So those are the sets. Um, so I've got purple sets on all, A plus or A on all. Okay, so that's I guess there'll be some S herbs. I'm going to have to figure out how to craft and create S herbs. And apparently, it has to do with this right here. Okay, I assume that using this will somehow allow me to make immortal herbs that are of higher rank. Uh, but I'm not really seeing exactly how to do it at this point, because even if you go into you go into here uh, and click on them here, uh, there's just A plus. Could you level it up? Could reincarnation, does that make it an S? I'm not exactly sure, so I'm gonna have to read up and get familiar with actual uh, immortal herbs before I start delving deeply into what I'm doing with them. I'll probably just take care of that after Christmas is over. Right now, we're just going to be focusing and getting ready for Ah Yin, who's going to hit tomorrow, the event for her. So hopefully, we'll be able to get Ah Yin, and that would just be great. Um, it's just what I was looking for. I was hoping since they came out with it that they were going to have an event for her, and it seemed logical that they would have it around Christmas, and that's what they did. So that's why I was holding off. I did, read the comments, and I did, and I was seriously going for Oscar, but I just wanted to wait until the holiday season events had, fallen into place and see what they were going. So we'll have to see. But I would like to get Ayen. That would be definite. I am looking for a healer, and what I'll do is I'll take out, you know, the only person that you really want, taking out at this point, based on everything, would probably be looking at BB and die. The BB's just not quite up to where I'd like her to be. Uh, so I'll probably, but I might, it depends, uh, because I'm going to need, something. I need somebody to go into melee range, uh, just to hold, aggro on the bosses or the enemy. And if they're all three, they're just going to be coming straight for my back line. So I need somebody who's in tank format. That's what I'm talking about. Died. He's not technically. He's a frontliner. Okay, whether you want to call him, I call him an off tank because he's not really a straight tank. But he seems to be holding his own fairly well. So I'll probably just put Ayin in place of a BB and see if that helps out. Uh, and then just determine, which gives me more damage, which makes the team a better chance of success, and we'll go from there. It's one of those, they've got the regenerate option, so I'm not worried about anything. I'll work it out, figure it out, and that's what we'll go with. So that's going to hit tomorrow. Everything else is pretty much the same. The anime-related events, you want to do this. Okay, today I just did it today. Got 120 tank sand shards. This is not SS version, just the S version, of course. You get 120 shards. I did 120 zoo. Okay, so this is 360 shards. This is enough to bring up an SS character if you're not using any of them. I'm not using any of them. Okay, her I'm considering, but I'm probably going to focus on wrong simply because of the fact that she's a healer. I need another healer. I want to a lot of the as we get towards mid to in game stuff here, we're talking about double teams. Okay, there's got the Silver Weiss tournament and all that stuff going on, so you need 2 teams. So having but then again, the fact if I get blue, so Empress Ah Yin, that's I'll just have 2 Ah Yins. I'll have SS Ah Yin and S Ah Yin in the other team. So really not that big of a deal. So I won't need to go for wrong. So that's why I'm holding off on this. I'll leave these I'll leave these 120 for Zoo. I will leave those alone at the time being. I'm building up shards for her and not using her shards for the collection. I'm specifically holding off on activating that. Now, uh, you got to make sure that you just take things slowly in this until you figure out exactly what you want to do with your team. So this extended Soulbone event, it's I like the fact that they give us some shards, but these right here, these are the extended. So it only takes 20 to actually make a set, uh, which is what they gave you. I can now make one, but whether or not it's something I want to put on it again, it's something that we'll focus on a little bit later. I'm happy where I'm at right now. I'm at 48 million. I'm about where I think I should be. And I've just hit level 70, so some stuff I need to go over and discuss. But I wanted to touch base with everybody and let you know that there is an Ah Yin event coming up, and it's supposed to start tomorrow. So we will go over the event, and we will cover it, and we'll see exactly what they're offering, and is it worth it? Okay, it's one of those things that you have to look at. But yeah, so I've got a couple other videos up today. We got events popping up all over the place. Bleach popped up their event today. I was not expecting that till tomorrow, but that is up today. So you might want to check out that video and get some little bit of info on that as well. There's also some new events for some of my other games. I'll be doing those tomorrow over Destiny Child and a few other things. As you know, it gets close to the holiday season, things start to get busy. So I try to get everything out in the morning, but sometimes it's going to be in the afternoon in this case until I can break away and actually get things done. So that's where we're at. But yeah, so make sure that you do get the check-ins for these. There's some time limited packs. I would seriously in this time limited sale. I purchased all of this. Okay, it really set me back diamond wise, but this is just stuff that's just too good to pass up. Okay, this is S-Bone, the S-Bone soul chests. Okay, you can get some shards for the S-Bones, and you can get some more of the SS extended soul bones right here. So that's what I did. That just so I have them. My assumption is they're going to start giving them out, a handful here, a handful there, and then you just build them up and create them as the time goes on. But if you don't purchase them, you can't. You don't have them. So that's where we're at that point. I didn't have a lot of bone chests, so there really wasn't much in terms for me to open up. As you can see, the soul bone chests are not buildable. You have to actually use diamonds to actually make the purchase on those, and you can do up to 50 a day. But the problem is, I don't see the chance to get here. I'm not seeing the tokens, which is what I would want. Okay, I want the tokens to be in the box. Don't appear to be something that drops in the box. So well, that's the token right there. I've done on this and I've never actually got a token, so I don't know what the drop rate is for them, but they don't seem to drop for me. All the ones that I've got up here were for dissolving. Occasionally I would get an errant S soul bone and I would dissolve it to get the shards back so I could focus on making the two sets. So that's what I'm doing right now, is collecting them up, and I'll focus on making one piece at a time. Okay, and then once I get that. The problem is they're giving me these red chests for the red set. The chests that they're giving for this are for the red set. It's for this right here, which is the Devil Whale S set. Those aren't in the shop, unfortunately. So there's really not a whole lot I could do. It's just I have 10 right here and soulbone shards. So I need 10 more on the actual head to actually create it. So if I go into the bag here, the consumable portion, this is only for the red, so I have to use it on that. So I'll just do the 10 right here. This will allow me to fuse this one right here. So I've now fused it. What I might end up doing is it's a really good set, actually. It's an attack set. It's what I would really like to be using right now, which is probably why they're not offering it. inside of the shop. I hate when they're not. There should not be there should not be any type of limitations on S equipment inside of the shops. I understand not putting SS rank stuff in the shop. Got that? No problem with that. S stuff should be in the shop, no matter what S it is. Okay, so I'm hoping that they're going to roll and put the devil whale inside of here. I understand the devil whale is slightly, a little bit slightly better in terms of its, in terms of its actual format, but it's not an SS version. It's just an S version, so it should be in there, but it's not. So the only way to get those is really through chests. I assume they'll be giving them to us, so I'm going to start building a set for it. It's an attack type set. It's the perfect thing to put on the one-armed bandit, who already does a nightmare amount of damage. So that's what I'm looking for. But that's the only complaint I have at this point. Other than that, everything seems to be going pretty fine. Moving up in the line. Now that I'm 70, I'm starting to getting the immortal herbs. I'll be able to do that. I did do a treasure run today. I did manage to get a godly delivery completed. So I managed to get some a couple more A plus. So I did get any S. I'm trying to get an S herbs. What I'm trying to do. I assume there are S herbs out there. I could be wrong. So I was robbed 2 times. So I lost 2, but I ended up getting 5 across. So I'm happy. Considering some of the people running these herbs, this is 132 million, so I can't rob him. This is 64 million, can't rob him. And this one right here, I could actually rob this one, but I'm in a nice mood right now, so I'm not going to. But yeah, I mean, so it's just a fun thing. If you're not doing anything, just go in and jump into one. But I'm not going to, I'm not going to rob anybody at this point, because I got other things I need to focus on. When we start back up after the new year, start getting back into straight focus on playing, then we'll worry about doing that. Because I do occasionally rob inside the Soul Beast Forest, and I do, of course, do all the you should be always doing robs inside of here. You got a bunch of rob chances. You at least want to rob a couple of times, just so you can actually complete the weekly task, which is, well, I already claimed it. But it's to rob a couple times and purchase tickets. Okay, so you robbed twice, and you get that, and then you purchase 2 more rob chances, clears another one. You don't need to clear the Devil Whale or the North Region ones. You have enough to do it with this other stuff up here, so it's not that big a deal. But if you just want to complete them, you go ahead and complete them. So I have to purchase 2 chances inside of the rob. I'm not going to do that, simply because of the fact that I'm trying to conserve my diamonds, because until this event comes up here, I'm not sure if this is going to be a standard event, because it's coinciding with Christmas. They might have something different where you can get a lot more shards. So I want to make sure I have an abundance of diamonds just in case things go. So that's why I've been a little bit stingy over the last couple of days. Haven't really been focused on doing on much. All of my purchases inside of the shops have been using the in-game, whatever the denomination for that particular shop is. I have not used diamonds for it. Slows you down a little bit in getting your S shards, but until after the event, we want to hold over, because we do want to try to get Ah Yin, because her support and her healing will make the team much more powerful. So I have to see exactly which way to go on that. But yeah, that's up. So whether or not you want to make the purchases in here inside of the sale is up to you. But we are having an Ah Yin event, so if you're running low on diamonds, you might want to hold off for right now. We'll see. All right, so that's all I got. Just wanted to do a quick video on that, let everybody know what's going on, and we'll do a review on the video tomorrow. And hopefully this will be an all-encompassing event where you can get the character all at once instead of spreading it. I don't mind if they spread it over, like give us 100 tomorrow, then we get the 30 another week or 2 later. I don't have a problem with they do that. But since this is coinciding with the Christmas events, maybe they might give a chance where we can actually get her all-encompassing if we do some type of event for her. So we'll have to see. It'll be fun to see what they got. I'm a little bit, close on that. But we'll see, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, so subscribe. Just subscribe to see the bell. Click on it. You'll be notified each time I drop a video. So remember to like and share the video, as it helps the channel immensely. This is Kenrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.